Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. I hope your Diwali celebration has been going good, and that after the Diwali celebration, I hope now all of you are back for your study. So I welcome you all to the session. Good evening, Ranjit. So I guess I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening. Okay. So welcome everyone to the session, and I hope all of you have celebrated Deepavali very well. So let's start. Let's see the topics which we are going to cover today. The first topic which we are going to cover today is about the pollution. This is about the pollution only. Like post Deepavali, there is one challenge in Delhi NCR region, and that is pollution. So in today's session, the one topic which we are going to discuss first is about the pollution in Delhi NCR region. So we are going to see that what are the factors responsible behind this pollution. That is our first topic which we will discuss. Second topic is about the FDI inflow. Although in the month of April, May, we have discussed this one topic. So we will see it again, that what is the situation of FDI inflow in India. Is it increasing or decreasing? What is the meaning of FDI? Which sectors are having most of the FDI? So that is one probable area of prelims related question. So we are going to see that part. The third topic which we are going to see is the core sector of industries in India. There are 8 core industries in India. So we will try to identify them. We will also try to see their weightage in index of industrial production. Then we will talk about the digitization of the electoral roll, that why we need to have this digitization, what is the challenge with the existing regime, why do we need to adopt this. So this is one thing which we are going to discuss in today's session. These are the topics which we are going to discuss. Now at the same time, like let's solve certain questions first and then we will come to this topic. So we have the first topic. India aims to have 50% energy from solar energy by 2030 as part of its NDC to Paris Agreement. Under PM Surya Ghar scheme, subsidies provided only in case of domestic components. We have to tell that which of the statements are correct. Which of the statements given are correct? That is the question. Good evening, everyone. So I guess not everyone is back from holidays. There is Bhai Dooj also and some other festivals also. B option. Okay. So if we look at this one question, B option and D option. First thing is India aims to have 50% energy from solar energy by 2030. That is incorrect. 50% energy from renewable sources, not just solar energy. Second is saying under PM Surya Ghar scheme, subsidies provided only in case of domestic components. So this second part here, the second statement here is correct. Hence the answer will be option number B, that is 2 only. So here the answer is option number B, that is 2 only. Not D option, B option. Coming to the second question, snow leopards are commonly found in all Himalayan states of India. Second is saying it is part of the list of 21 critically endangered species for the recovery program of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So which of them are correct? So here we have question number 2. Here we have question number 2. It is saying snow leopards are commonly found in all Himalayan states of India. Second is saying it is part of list of 21 critically endangered species for the recovery program of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So which one will be correct? C option. C option. First of all, it is not found in all Himalayan states. It will not be there in all the Himalayan states. Why not? Only in those areas where we are having snowfall. Like it will not be there in parts of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam. It will not be in the part of the regions like Nagaland and other regions. It will not be there. At the same time, if you look the other portions, even in Darjeeling and others, it won't be there. So Darjeeling is part of Himalayan state. It is also having some section in Himalayas, but it is not going to have snow leopard. So here the first option is incorrect. Second is saying it is part of list of 21 critically endangered species. Now see, it is not endangered or critically endangered as per IUCN. But as per the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, there are 21 species in India which has been listed as critically endangered by the Indian Environment Ministry, and that includes the snow leopard. So here it is part of those organisms which are to be recovered, So here the second one option is correct, first one is incorrect. Third is saying, how many of the following are not eligible for availing surrogacy in India? How many of the following are not eligible for availing surrogacy in India? A married heterosexual couple with child, a live-in couple, LGBT couple or single woman. How many of them are not eligible for availing surrogacy in India? So Disha, remember one thing, in IUCN it is vulnerable, but as per Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, there are 21 critically endangered species in India which are to be recovered. So C option, D option. How many of them are allowed to have surrogacy? How many of them can avail question is asking not eligible. Question is asking not eligible for availing surrogacy. C option, B option. If we look at this, a married heterosexual couple with child not eligible, a live-in couple not eligible, LGBT couple not eligible, single woman not eligible. Only the divorced or widow, they are allowed. Divorced or widow women, they are allowed. If a woman is not married even once, if a woman is not married even once, so she cannot avail surrogacy. Surrogacy can be availed once she has got married, she is divorced, and or widow. So in that case, she would be able to have surrogacy. She would be able to avail surrogacy. Evening, Mahesh. वो भी single है नहीं देखो, there is one who is completely single, means neither married nor committed nor anything. That is single woman. Then another part is divorced. So divorced is something else. So divorced or widow, they cannot be simply called as single women. That's why all of them are not eligible for availing surrogacy. So this is one part. Now coming to the article about pollution in Delhi. Good evening, Mahesh. So tell me, how many crackers? How many crackers you have got this Deepavali? How many crackers you have got this Deepavali? So here we have this first article today, that is pollution in Delhi. Now this article may not have been there. We might not have been discussing this article. But then we see that this year the pollution in Delhi NCR has shot up. Like it has gone extremely high. Like if we see the table, what we see that in 2021, the air quality, okay, like the air quality was 454.5. Okay. It was the PM particles concentration. It was 454.5. Then in 2022, it was 168. It was 319, 220, and this year it is 488. So this post Deepavali, the amount of PM particles, particulate matter in air around Delhi NCR has gone extremely high. Like before Deepavali, it was 156. Then on the day of Deepavali, it was 233, and later on it has shot up to 488. So that is the concentration of particulate matter in air of Delhi. So Delhi looks like this one right now. Okay. If you look at Delhi right now in the atmosphere, if you look, you'll find a lot of dust, lot of smog type condition which has developed here in Delhi after Deepavali. Now, if we talk about Delhi, then what is like polluting Delhi? This is one time that we have got firecrackers. But it's not that Delhi is usually pollution free. Even before Deepavali also and after Deepavali also, there is going to be pollution in Delhi NCR. So pollution is a common thing in Delhi NCR. It has been even called as the pollution capital of the world. It has got the tag of pollution capital of the world. So why there is so much pollution? What are the sources? So there are certain internal as well as external sources. If you look at this, 16.43%, it is coming from the transport sector. There are certain internal factors, there are external factors. For Delhi, there are internal as well as external factors. For internal factors, they are responsible for 32% contribution, or near third, 1/3 of pollution in Delhi is coming from Delhi only. The remaining 2/3 pollution is coming from outside. Whatever pollution which you see in Delhi, only about 1/3 of the pollution is because of Delhi regions. The remaining 2/3 pollution is coming from outside. So here in that portion, 16% is coming from transport, 4.27 from residential, 2.18 from construction, 3.63 from industries, energy sector 1.85, and 3.75 others. So here transport sector is the winner. Transport sector is the winner, followed by household sector and then industry. On the other hand, if we look at the outside contribution, what we see that like near about 6% is coming from Noida, 6% from Gurugram, then 5% from Ghaziabad, then 26% unknown sources. 26% population is coming in Delhi, 26.7% coming from outside, and we have no information about what are the major sources of this 26.7%. Okay. So 6% coming from Noida, around 5.5% from Gurugram, then near about 5% from Ghaziabad, Faridabad, and unaccounted sources that accounts for 26.7%. So why the pollution from all areas? why the pollution from all areas are converging in Delhi. Why the pollution from all areas are converging in Delhi. If you want to look at this, why we are having this convergence? See, this is the area of Delhi. On this side, we have Himalaya, which is landlocked regions. Okay. Pollution is coming from all the sides toward Delhi. And there is no exit point. In Delhi, when the pollution is coming from all the sides, there is no exit point. Pollution from the nearby areas accumulate in Delhi. It creates a funnel-like orientation, and the entire pollution gets trapped here up over Delhi. So Delhi, it's not polluted because there is source of pollution in Delhi. Delhi is polluted 67% or even more than that from outside. Like around 67%, 2/3 of pollution in Delhi is coming from outside. And due to the geographical location of Delhi, air from all the sides are converging here. Okay. There is convergence of the wind from sides, and here we see that in Delhi, it gets trapped. It remains over this region. It remains over this region, and Delhi becomes extremely polluted. It becomes extremely polluted. So 72% it is coming from northwest, 28% is from Indo-Gangetic plains. So when there is a stubble burning in Punjab, Haryana or other regions, that pollution also comes to Delhi. So if you want to tackle the Delhi pollution, it cannot be done only from Delhi. Tackling Delhi pollution requires coordination between all the different states. It cannot be done only from Delhi, it has to be done from the nearby regions also. So this is one part why Delhi has become so much polluted. The geographical factor is a major play here. So anyways, Delhi is polluted. Okay. So Diwali is now over. Delhi has become polluted. Now there is also a plan that there might be artificial rains which can be arranged in Delhi. There can be cloud seeding. Which can be done over Delhi for removal of the pollutants. Tell me one simple thing. Tell me one chemical which is used for cloud seeding. Tell me the name of the chemical which is used for cloud seeding purposes. Tell me one chemical used for cloud seeding purposes. सही है. मुझे कौन से क्रैकर्स ज़्यादा पसंद है? Like if you ask me personally, like I am more of a person who believes in lightning. Like I like to decorate with lights. My Deepavali is more about having more and more lights, LED lights and all. So that gives more pleasure. So it's more about that. Like I used to have crackers, but like mainly rockets. Silver iodide. Silver iodide is one such thing which is very commonly used. Okay. Silver iodide, a salt, is most commonly used for cloud seeding. So you might see cloud seeding in the next upcoming few days. Now, coming to the second topic. Net FDI inflow. So Delhi is like, now we have seen this one part. What are the sources of pollution in Delhi? 32% internal. Out of that, major is transport sector. One part. Remaining part coming from outside. 67% coming from outside. From different locations, from different area. Why it is getting trapped? It is getting trapped because there is no exit point. air from all sides is converging together due to geographical factors. And if wind is not fast enough, if wind is not blowing at a fast speed, then it will not get dispersed, it will get trapped here, and in that case, Delhi will remain more and more polluted. Now, coming to the next article, this net FDI inflow. Tell me one thing, what is the definition of FDI, foreign direct investment? What do we mean by FDI? What is the meaning of FDI? Foreign direct investment. What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of this FDI? What is the meaning of FDI, foreign direct investment? Anyone? Not more than 51% of foreign investment. 51% is substantially high. That is acquisition. A firm bringing capital in our state. Okay. Foreign direct investment. Okay. So first part is foreign. It means coming from outside. Then here we have the investment component. Investment. And that too directly. So there is one thing called as direct. Direct. When investment is for purpose of acquiring rights in management. Like when we talk about direct investment, when the investment is for purpose of acquiring rights in management of a company, that is like a foreign direct investment. But nowadays, even if indirect, even if there is indirect, in this 10% or more stocks, then this one is converted in form of FDI. So if someone has got more than 10% of investment in stocks, then it is also converted in the form of FDI. So in general, it can be a direct investment for the purpose of acquiring the management rights, that someone is trying to take the control over the company, then it is the type of direct investment. Or if someone has taken more than 10% or more than 10% plus stocks of any company, now normally that is indirect investment. But here what we see that if it exceeds 10%, then it is going to be converted in form of direct investment. It is going to be changed in form of direct investment. So any investment of more than 10% in indirect form will also be counted or converted into a direct investment. So when someone is taking a control over the company by investing some amount, that is called as FDI. On the other hand, if there is involvement of 10% or more stocks, that is also FDI. So that is what we call as FDI, foreign direct investment. Now in this case, there is one thing called as net FDI. There is net FDI. So this is calculated like foreign direct investment in country minus FDI outside country. FDI in country versus FDI outside country. So now what we see that in the recent times, this is the data of August 2024 and 25. Okay. What we see that in August 2024, the net FDI is $1.4 billion. The net FDI was just $1.04 billion. This was in August 2024. Now, in the month of August 2025, this is minus $0.62 billion. Like it is minus $0.62 billion. So it is like we have sent more FDI outside than bringing it in India. So what we see that our FDI, the net FDI in India, it has been depleting. Means investment in India is not coming in the recent times. We have seen that in the month of April, May 2025 also. In our current affair classes, we have seen that in the month of April and May also. Now what we see that in the case of August 2025 also, it is going further down. Now we are not having FDI, rather what we see that there is more money pumping out of India. Means investors are not coming, they are going outside, or even the Indian companies have started investing outside. Our Indian companies have also started investing outside, plus the investors who have been there in India, they are also pulling out their money, they are also taking their money outside India. So this is one part. Okay. Now, what we see, like when we talk about FDI, what are the sectors which are getting most of the FDI? You can see 16% FDI, it is coming in service sector. 15% it is coming in computer, software and hardware. Then we will see that 9% is coming in construction, 7% in trading, 6% in telecommunication and so on. If you look at it, service sector number 1, computers number 2, construction number 3 and trading number 4. So these are the sectors which are having most of the FDI. But in recent times, it has not been going good. Okay. So our money is going outside. Our money is going outside. So this is one portion. Top countries for 2024-25. This is the data for 2024-25. Top countries: Singapore, Mauritius, US, Netherlands, Japan. They are the top sources. They have been the top sources of FDI. Like we have Singapore, then we have Mauritius, then USA, Netherlands and Japan. This is the figure for 24-25 as per DPIIT, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So as per these sources, these are the source of FDI in India. The states which are receiving this: Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Delhi and Tamil Nadu. So these are the states which are receiving most of the FDI for 2024-25. So FDI is coming in India, okay, but right now we see that there is a depletion in that reserve. So I hope that is clear. Shiv Shankar, what can I say about this? I have no control over that. I'm not having any control over that. So this is what we call as FDI. So I hope now this portion is clear that what is FDI. Any doubt in this section? Money laundering के लिए what FDI? So now we are coming to the third article, core sectors. So can you tell me what are the core sectors? Now from the economy side, you can see from the economy side, there are two news articles today. One is with respect to FDI and another one is with respect to core sector of Indian economy. And both of them are not so much positive news. Both of them are not very much positive news. FDI inflow, it has decreased. At the same time, core sector growth are going down. It is the backbone industries, correct? So if we look at the core sector, if we look at the core sector, that what are the core sector in India, you will find that we are having coal. Coal is one of the core sector of India. Coal. Then you will also find electricity. Electricity. It is one of the main section. Electricity. Then you will find that crude oil is also there. Crude oil is also there. Then we have refinery products. Refinery products. Then we are also having natural gas. Natural gas. Fertilizer, steel, cement. Fertilizer, steel and cement. In fact, what you will find that the five major components of our core areas, the five major components of our industry, are related with energy sector. If you look at coal, electricity, crude oil, refinery products, natural gas, they are all related with the energy sector. They are mostly related with the energy sector. And you will find that a lot of them are going to have an impact because of international market. Like crude oil or natural gas or refinery products, they are going to be impacted. They are going to be impacted because of international situations, international crisis. And right now, the things which are going on in the entire world, the geopolitics which is going on in the entire world, they are impacting this sector also. So what we see that there is a slowdown in most of the areas. There has been a slowdown in most of the areas. Now, from the exam perspective, what is important from your exam point of view? The weightage of these sections. You will find this refinery, it is having 28%, the highest one. Then you will find that the second number is for electricity. This is the second number, 19.85. And the third major part is steel, where you will find that it is around 17.92%, or near about 18%. So these three sectors, at least you have to keep in mind these three sectors. Number one, refinery. Second number, we have electricity. And third number is steel. So in examination, there is a chance. One chance is they can ask you, what are the 8 industries in the core sector? What are the 8 industries in the core sector? So we have simply like this refinery, then we are having electricity, then we are having steel, then we are having cement, then we are also having like fertilizer, then natural gas, crude oil. So these are the 8 different things which are there as part of our core industry. 5 of them are from energy sector, like refinery, electricity, coal, crude oil, natural gas. Then steel, cement, fertilizer. So steel, cement, fertilizer, apart from energy, these are 3 important areas. So one thing is, there can be a question on this part, that which are the major portions of core sector. Second question can be about the weightage of them in this core sector. The third part, you will also find that their weightage as part of IIP. Weightage in industry, weightage in IIP, Index of Industrial Production. So can you tell me what is the weightage of the 8 core industries in the Index of Industrial Production? What is the weightage of core industries in the Index of Industrial Production? In total there are 8, correct? In total there are 8. That's fine. So tell me this one portion. How much is their weightage? How much is the weightage of these industries in Index of Industrial Production? This is the simple question. What is the weightage of 8 core industries in Index of Industrial Production? Maybe 40%, 60%. Yes, it is close to 40%, not 60%. You will find that it is around 40.27%. It is about 40.27%. So when this is going down, when the core sector is going down, it means the Index of Industrial Production might also register a slow growth or a negative growth. So what we see that if, like, this is one figure that our core industries are going down, they are not having good performance. So if the core industries are not having good performance, it means 50% or near about 40% of Index of Industrial Production is down. So you don't have to remember the data, but you have to be sure, like, near about 40%. This is one thing which can be asked even in exam. This is one part which can be asked even in exam. 3 questions can come from here. Sectors, highest weightage, and share in IIP. Share in IIP. So these 3 sections can be coming in the exam. Now we are not looking at this one graph that how much it has gone down. Coal has registered 11% growth. But apart from this, all other sectors are not growing. Like steel is having somewhat growth, cement is down, electricity is down, fertilizer is down, crude oil is down, refinery products down, natural gas also down. Okay. So most of them are going down. But this is not important from exam point of view. From exam section, what are the industries which are there? What is their weightage? Plus their share in IIP, that is Index of Industrial Production. So these 3 things you have to keep in mind. I hope that will be clear. So this is one part. Only 3 things you have to keep in mind. Only 3 things. Now, coming to this one topic, digitization of electoral roll. Now, there is one such thing like in India, there has been an improved focus. There has been a very much focus on digitization of almost everything. Okay. Like we are having digitization of almost everything. But there is one part which has not been digitized, and that is electoral roll. So right now, if we talk about the SIR, SIR stands for Special Intensive Reform. So Special Intensive Revision, sorry, Special Intensive Revision. Special Intensive Revision. So this has been recently conducted in Bihar by the Election Commission of India. Okay. So what we see that, what are the components of it? like a special intensive revision, most of the time we are going for digitization, most of the time we are going for digital things. But this is one thing which is still being carried out manually. It is something which is being done on paper, and there is a lot of errors which has been pointed out there. So here what we see that it is having manual and fragmented verification. In this case, we are having manual and fragmented verification. That is one thing which we see in SIR. What we also see here, okay, it relies on physical documents. It relies on physical documents. Like most of the time, the government is saying that you don't need to carry the papers. We are having so many things, like we are having, there is one application, I am just forgetting the name. There is an application for keeping all the data or all the documents in online form. Tell something or some name is there. Yes, DigiLocker. DigiLocker. So we are having DigiLocker facilities. We are having DigiLocker facilities, but it relies on physical documents. Okay. Now, at the same time, there is lack of real-time updates. Lack of real-time updates. Lack of real-time updates. At the same time, you will find that absence of proper audit. There is absence of proper audit. Absence of proper audit. Incorrect entries. Incorrect entries. Incomplete also. Incomplete entries. Incomplete entries. So this is one thing, like in the special intensive revision also, the procedure which we are following, the procedure is outdated. On one hand, we are talking about digital India, digital Bharat and everything. On the other hand, one of the most important exercise is being carried out in paper format. Many a times there has been demand from political parties for going to ballot based voting. Now see, there is two parts here. When political parties, some of the political parties, when they are asking for ballot paper based voting, their election commission is saying that we need to become more and more advanced. We need to go for electronic machines. But in this case, when people are saying that you should have digital electoral roll, here the EC, the Election Commission of India, is saying that no, we have to go for the paper based electoral rolls only. So there are two parts of it. On one side, Election Commission is saying that we must adopt technology for voting in the form of EVM, electronic voting machine. On the other hand, Election Commission of India is saying that no, we don't have to go for the digitization. So there is irony in this. On one hand, you are promoting digital India. On one hand, you are promoting everything. But on the other side, you are not going for digital electoral roll. Okay. So this is one of the challenge. Now, if the government says this, if the Election Commission is saying this, that there is a chance of data theft, there is a chance of data theft. If any government agency is saying that there is a chance of data theft, then why are we having digital Aadhaar? Why we are having digital process of passport? Why we are having digital process of so many other identity documents? In all other identity documents, in all other different cards, different ration cards to all other things, we are having digitization. But in the voting case, in the case of electoral roll, we are all of a sudden worried about data privacy. In all other things, we are not worried about data privacy. But when it comes to the electoral roll, we all of a sudden become very much cautious about the data privacy. So that is one of the challenge here. Now, why the digitization can be helpful? Okay. Why this digitization can be helpful? Significance of digitization. Why this digitization can be helpful? What can be the significance of the digitization? Like, one thing which we can all see is real-time verification. There can be a real-time verification. Real-time verification which is possible. At the same time, removal of duplicates. Removal of duplicates. If two people are having the same like name and they're having different voter ID card, that can be easily removed. Okay. Third thing is like transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability. There can also be like demographic and statistical planning. So this can also improve because of this digitization. We can also have like a better management of electoral rolls. Okay. Like voter rolls, this can become like the management of this, it will be faster. This one is going to be cheaper, and at the same time it is also going to be more reliable. So digitization can offer multiple advantages with respect to the electoral roll. So this is one part, like why the Election Commission of India needs to go for the digitization of the electoral roll. Now I am giving you one task. There is one task which I am giving you, that what will be the challenges of digitization. This is one thing which you all have to search about and you have to talk about this. Okay. Challenges of digitization. What will be the challenges other from the privacy issue, other from the data privacy issue? What will be the other challenges in the digitization? So this is something which you have to research upon a little bit, not just simple guess, search a little bit about it. There are so many things which has been said by Election Commission and other experts with respect to not going for digitization. So search a little bit about this one task, that why the digitization of electoral roll has been opposed. So read a little bit about this and tell me in the next session. Okay. Or you can tell me that in the comment box also, that why there is an opposition to the digitization of electoral rolls. So yes, less paperwork, better planning, paperless work revision, reduced time, efficiency and cost. EC needs TN session. So try to find out this one, that why the digitization has been opposed, okay, and how it can also be improved. Okay. So that will be all for today. These were the topics which we have discussed. One topic was with respect to pollution, net FDI in India, core sector, and digitization of electoral roll. So thank you everyone. Let's meet then tomorrow, and wish you all like there is Bhai Dooj I think tomorrow. Okay. So I wish you all happy Govardhan Puja. I think today is Govardhan Puja and tomorrow we have Bhai Dooj. So wish you all a very happy Govardhan Puja and Bhai Dooj. Thank you. Take care and all the best. Thank you.